The San people of Southern Africa. The San people, also known as the Bushmen, are the indigenous people of Southern Africa, including parts of South Africa, capital city Pretoria, Botswana, Gaborone, Namibia, Windhoek, Angola, Luanda, Zambia, Lusaka, Zimbabwe, Harare, Lesotho, Maseru, and Swaziland, Babylonian. They have a long and rich history and are known for their unique hunter-gatherer way of life, which includes an intimate spiritual connection to the land and a deep understanding of the natural environment. Welcome. On mic is OK Omoge, born and bred in Igbotaku, Ojagile. This is K-Moral 17 TV, home of documentaries. This TV serves you nothing but tribes and culture of people around the world. Please do well to like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe and share this page. And do ensure you hit the bell. The San people of Southern Africa is our topic for today. On their location, they are indigenous people of Southern Africa who primarily live in Botswana, Namibia, South Africa, Angola, Zambia, Zimbabwe, and Lesotho. Imagine people, tribes, some people spread across. Why do they spread across? You get to know as I move on. On their population, owing to the nomadic lifestyle, lack of full recognition and representation by government, and the historical displacement from their traditional land, have put their population into an unestimated value. However, the population is estimated to around 105,000, with Botswana put at 63,500, Zimbabwe 1,200 people. On their language, people that move around, they have a nomadic lifestyle. What do they speak? They speak variety of languages, many of which are part of the cohesion language family. They speak Khoi, Tu, Portuguese, and Nama. The use of click consonants in sign language is a unique and distinguishing feature that sets them apart from other languages spoken in the region. The use of their click consonant plays a vital role in communication, music, and storytelling. Somebody might ask, what do you mean by click? It's where you put a sound into your mouth and your tongue make a sound. It's a way of communication among the San people. On their religion, they have San religion and Christianity. One of the central beliefs in San spirituality is the idea that all living things have a spirit or life force, which is often referred to as Num, N-U-M. The San people believe that their spirits are interconnected. They believe in the importance of ancestors and the spirit world. They believe that communication with ancestors is achievable. They do ritual dances, songs, and healing ceremony. How do they communicate with their ancestors? Through trance, dreams, and some other means. On their marriage, in traditional San culture, marriages were often seen as other tribes also observe their marriages, But before they give out their daughter hand in marriage, they have to ensure that this man, that is the groom, the husband to be, have to pass through some physical tests. In some communities, marriages involve the payment of a bride price, which could include livestock, clothing, other valuable items. This payment is a way of compensating the bride's family for the loss of their daughter, because they believe that once you give your daughter hand in marriage, you lost a daughter. So they pay you well. And may I tell you, in their own place, polygamous is not that rampant. Polygamous is only particular, or so let me say, can be likened to men that have the ability to till the land well, or they have more strength to gather animals. Then you see them, they can marry more than one wife, but divorce is quite not really doing fine in their divorce. They don't practice divorce. On their occupation, according to history, the San people were nomadic hunter-gatherers who moved from place to place in search of food and water. The hunted game gathered wild plants and used other resources like honey, roots, and tubers for food. They also made use of materials from the environment like animal skins, plant tubers, fibers to make clothing, tools, and other items. Though today, many of the Pan or San people have adopted to modern life and pursue other occupation. On their history, why is it that we found them all around places? The hunter-gatherers, San, are among the oldest cultures on the earth and are thought to be descendant from the first inhabitant of what is now known as Botswana and South Africa. That is the present day Botswana, an environment that is in northern Botswana around the hill of Sodilo Hills region. There they believe they come from, that is where they emanated. There is no how you will see people without where they come from particularly. That one is certain. You have to see people, then you have to know where they come from. No doubt about that. As for the San people, yes, history traced them down back to Botswana and South Africa. But what really happened to them? Like we said, they don't really have a place. They are gatherer, and when they say something is a gatherer, hunter-gatherer, they move from one particular place to another. They are semi-nomadic people, like they have a nomadic lifestyle. What is a nomadic lifestyle? People that move from place to place, either feeding animals or in search of something. They don't have a permanent residence. These are one of those things that you see that they have to sail over somewhere they meet. On their society, drinking water from the bebop plant. People that move around from one place to another, where they see water, they stay, they drink water. Then also, their fire, they started by hand, maybe striking two stones together. Then they can also, we tell you that they are into hunter-gatherer. So they prepare poison arrows. Don't forget, in our last episode, we talked about arrows speak louder than words. That's the sentinelists, yeah. But these people, what they do, their arrows, what they do there is to face animals, they go into game. So they prepare poisoned arrows. Child, they're mostly named after their grandparents and other relatives, but not after their parents, never. Large amount of time are spent in conversation, joking, music, and sacred dances. They claim ownership of water holes. Like the way we claim land, now we get land. They claim ownership of water holes. San people or society is an egalitarian society, a society of equal people. Yeah. Though that does not detect the fact that they don't have an hereditary chief. They have hereditary chiefs, yes, they have. But their authority is actually limited. So even in their decision making, females are part of them. They make decisions among themselves by consensus, and women is likely part of the decider. On the San economy, what do they practice? Mostly what they practice, like we share the money, we pay money to get some things. In their own, they practice what we call gift economy. You give somebody gift, he gives you back, that's what they practice. But today, possession of goods and services might be the order of the day to them. But I know, and they are mostly they practice monogamy family. That is, the hunter who can obtain enough food can afford to have a second wife. Yes. Like I told you, they have no permanent dwellings or buildings, so they only have temporary buildings where branches, leaves, grass, and animal skin are used to just make a small house for them. They will be there, and later they take their move. So they were nomadic hunter-gatherers. Yes. Fight, challenges, into people, adoption into new life have been the order of the day for them, and this makes them to disperse across. When time we talk about community where you have more than 105,000 people spreading across countries, it's quite funny. And today, don't forget that they mostly dominated the southern part of Africa, like the Botswana, the Zambia, the Zimbabwe. Yes, we have them in South Africa as well. But they have the largest population in Botswana because that is where they come from. Do not forget, like I told you, culture is a way of life of people. What we do in our family, what we do in our society is quite different from what you do in your area. And that is what puts us apart as a human being. That is why you cannot just particularly test or tell precisely that what you are doing is right or what I'm doing is wrong. There is a family where they allow their child to marry their first cousin. But in our own family where I come from, they happen. They will never allow you. It's a taboo. You do it, you die. But why in some cultures it's allowed? That is why we said it's a way of life. Well, on some people of Southern Africa, let's stop here. Do not forget to like, comment, and most importantly, try to share. Hit the bell so that once I drop new video on tribes and people around the world, you'll be able to get it fresh. Till I come your way again, my name is Okeomoge. The moralist, born and bred in Ibotaku or Jagbili. Remain blessed. We shall see again. Thank you.